Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at my first clear of Kushinada. And I did want to wait until Kushinada appeared just in the regular rotation so that I could get the first clear bonus. But I couldn't wait, so I went through the library where Kushinada was recently added. And gimmicks here are warps and gravity barriers. And then to talk about the team that I'm using, first I'm using Fuyo, Evolution. And she is a bounce with no gravity barrier, no warp, so she perfectly addresses the gimmicks here. And she has the X Laser EL. So that is the same damage as Izanagi or Raphael. So yeah, pretty damaging bump combo. And then she has a 4-turn becomes a Pierce strike shot. And yeah, that strike shot was kind of my main sticking point for me being kind of skeptical about how good this character would be. Because it is a 4-turn strike shot, there's no multiplier to her power or speed. So that really kind of hurts her in the damage department compared to other characters, which can do a lot of damage with their strike shots. But it gives her a lot more utility, because she can choose between bounce and pierce every turn. She has a lot more versatility than your average character, and yeah, actually having used her through a number of quests, I am really liking her. So yeah, here let's use the Pierce, just so I can guarantee that I hit both of the zombies and then take them down this turn. Sometimes, of course, it's better to be Bounce, sometimes it's better to be Pierce, and then Friol has that versatility. And yeah, she does lose that amount of damage dealing with her strike shot, but she does have that bump combo that's very strong. So she ends up being pretty decent. And yeah, before I started trying out this Evolution version, I was pretty convinced that I thought the Ascension version was better with the flight, no gravity barrier, and the stronger strike shot. But now I'm not so sure. Probably ultimately I'm going to go for the Ascension, since the Ascension makes the fire time trial so easy. But I would really like a second hatch of Fuyo, so that I could have the Evolution and the Ascension. That's how good I think she is. Okay, next up is a drop monster, and that is Matsuri. She was from the summer event. She is the alternate version of Olive. She is a bounce with no gravity barrier. She has, I think, Mancer Slayer and Demi-Hume Slayer. And those are passive in her, so that goes into her bump combo as well, which is the Horizon Laser. And yeah, the boss of Kushinada is a Demi-Hume, so she'll get extra damage there, both with the regular attacks and the bump combo. And then, yeah, so if I position her right, especially to the left or right of Kushinada, I can get good damage out of that Horizon Laser. It's a little bit difficult to do because Kushinada has that cross laser herself. But if we can position Matsuri either above or below the laser, then maybe we can still get that Horizon Laser into Kushinada. Alright, next up I'm using Mikumo, Evolution. I said this in a previous video, but she's one of my new favorite characters. She's a Pierce with Minesweeper, which doesn't matter for this mission. But she has a 8-turn null everything strike shot. So every other turn she can handle the gravity barriers and warps. And yeah, being a Pierce for this mission is pretty good, helps you maintain your positioning pretty well. And of course you can grab hearts and hit bump combos pretty well. And then there are places where bounce characters can get stuck behind a little guy. So that's good for Mikumo to be a Pierce, and then again for Fuel to be able to turn back into a Pierce in order to escape from there. And then Mikumo also does have a poison bump combo, which can be helpful for the zombie loops in the previous stages. And then finally, my friend is Hattori Hanzo, the Transcendent version. And he is a bounce with no gravity barrier, no warp, so he perfectly addresses the gimmicks. He has a very strong bump combo, and then a strike shot which can do a lot of damage and also protects him from damage himself. So yeah, maybe not the most conventional team for Kushinada, but still very doable. And yeah, according to the GameWith site, the Kushinada Impossible mission is the easiest impossible mission. I don't know if I agree with that. Marishiten might be easier, but Kushinada is definitely in the running. Top 3, I would say. But yeah, she's not too hard, not too difficult to get a team together for her. And her monster is still very, very good, even now where the JP game is at. Kushinada will never get old. Alright, so here is the beginning of the boss sequence. And then every stage of the boss sequence is pretty much the same. One, you want to take down as many of the little guys as you can every turn. And then you also want to stay out of the boss's cross laser. And then you want to do damage to the boss. That's pretty much it. Okay, so there was bad positioning. All of my characters took the damage from the cross laser, so I'm gonna have to work on improving my positioning. And then of the two gimmicks, warps and gravity barriers, I feel like it's more important to bring characters with no warp. There are a few characters... Oh, nice damage from Matsuri there. There are a few characters that are recommended for Kushinada that have no gravity barrier only. But I've tried using them and I never like them. Because on this stage, you know, the warps are all over the place. They can send you God knows where. And then on the last stage, there are only warps and no gravity barriers. So yeah, I definitely prefer no warp for this mission. Okay, second boss stage, we want to get rid of the big spritzer and then the little spritzer along the top of the screen. And then the warp, Moai guy. They do not revive, so once we get rid of them once, they're gone. And then once we get rid of them, then we can go back to doing damage to the boss and staying out of the way of the cross laser. Okay, if Matsuri were a little bit higher, she would be out of range of the cross laser. Okay, we'll grab the sword, and then there's that X laser doing pretty darn good damage. And yeah, Fuyo evolution is great because of her double null ability, and the fact that she is a bounce, and the fact that she is light element. And the reason for that is because all of those things put together make her able to go to all of the first 5 impossible quests. So she can go to Izanami. I think I used her in my Izanami video. She can go to Yamato Takeru. She is a bounce with no gravity barrier, so that works. She can go to Kushinada, of course. She can go to Izanagi because she has the no warp. And then she can go to Tsukuyomi because she is a light monster, so her attack is high enough to take down the little guys in one hit. And she's got no gravity barrier and no warp. Alright, so last boss stage, we got rid of all of the little guys using Hanzo's strike shot. And then now he's got a barrier around him, so he will not take damage if he is hit. And then we will just focus on doing damage to the boss. So here I'm going to use Matsuri's strike shot. It's a tackle strike shot. So we can position her just right so that she does not hit the get hit by the cross laser. But she's still in good position for her bump combo to come out. Okay, so we have the weak point lined up there. Let's see what kind of damage that does. Whoops. And we missed Matsuri, but oh well. We just need to take down the boss by the time the attack in the upper right-hand corner comes to 0. It's at 13 right now. Okay, pretty good. So Matsuri is still in good position. We'll try to maintain that by doing a up and down attack. Okay, there we see the Slayer come out. Yeah, I'm not doing too good this run on the avoiding the cross laser. Okay, let's hit Hanzo. Let's get the heart. Set off the rest of the bump combos. And that is fine. Okay, Hanzo's stun healed just in time, so we'll go back to moving. Oh, and I guess this Hanzo has a knockout Ableberry, so we were able to avoid that attack. I was debating doing a left-to-right attack just to take down the Gaias, but I decided to go ahead and go for the damage instead. And I did the Pierce so that I could hit the weak point, but also hit Hanzo. Okay, there's that Slayer again. And this should do it. Alright. Okay, so that was Kushinada. And more than anything, I hope that showed how versatile Mikumo can be. The 8-turn null everything strike shot is really, really useful. And unfortunately no drop. So I'm going to have to play it again to get my first drop. Alrighty, but thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.